So let me see if I got this right. Sony and Marvel Studios want to make a fourth Spider-Man film, and you are angry because you believed that the fourth Spider-Man film would be Sam Raimi's fourth Spider-Man and not the MCU Spider-Man? How does your brain function? So what I've seen is, well, people going, we're being cheated. Marvel's Spider-Man shouldn't be happening. They shouldn't be doing a fourth Spider-Man film with Tom Holland, despite that's the biggest grossing and most popular one they've ever had. Instead, what they need to do, which we were promised, no you weren't, that was scoopers making stuff up, we were promised the real Spider-Man 4 with Tobey McGuire and Sam Raimi. So people are mad and lashing out and threatening Sony for misleading them. No, they did not. That was fake scoops, rumors, and speculation on scoopers' parts. There was never any chance that we were getting a real Spider-Man 4, and I put real in quotation marks, that picks up where Sam Raimi's left off over a potential MCU Spider-Man 4, 5, and 6. Why? Because kids today, primarily the people that are making this the biggest version of Spider-Man that care about MCU, are invested in this version of Spider-Man. Bringing back an old nostalgic one is great and all, but you can't base the future of your franchise on him. Just like with The Flash over in the DCEU, bringing back Michael Keaton. They're not going to make new trilogies based on Keaton as Batman when they're using him as a bridge to connect worlds. That's just not how it works. Despite everything that goes on in No Way Home, there's no way that Marvel Studios and Sony and Disney announce Spider-Man 4 and completely ignore everything they've done to establish Tom Holland's Spider-Man to bring back, who I assume is 50 years at this point, Tobey McGuire to be Spider-Man when he's had literally nothing to do with the MCU ever. You guys see what I'm saying? And no, spare me some guy's video essay or fan theories about how he's always been Spider-Man, just never mentioned, or a school teacher that nobody noticed, or some professor somewhere, and how you can retcon the Raimi films in there. You can't. They just don't work. It literally doesn't work. So, no. And the fact is, sending Sony threats and being angry at them and disliking their videos and continuing to dislike them and being mad at them for not making the fourth Spider-Man film a film that's a sequel after 15 years just doesn't make sense at this point. And I know somebody's going to bring up Ghostbusters and be like, yeah, but Ghostbusters Afterlife did it. True. They did. After a complete flop, which we already had that with the Amazing Spider-Man universe, and they had nothing else to do. Spider-Man in the MCU has been a success every step of the way, being in 2 films that have grossed over $2 billion when combined, and then of course his own outings, and of course making the last Spider-Man film the biggest film Sony's ever put out. Why would you drop that to ride on nostalgia and not capitalize on the growth of a character?